Alright, welcome back to today's video, and today's video is on the dash. You can see the old picture here of the dash back when I got started. It's rusty, it has a weird laminate on it, it has all these chrome pieces, and well, they were old. So I took the dash out. In the 52 coronet you can actually unscrew it, so I screwed it unscrewed it. Either way, took it out. This is my stripper pad on a grinder. And I use that to make it shiny like this, bare metal. Takes it down real quick, just rips off the paint, and makes it nice and easy to work with. Once I get it stripped down, I follow my typical desire of making it not rust every 10 seconds. So I take it and I primed it. Yes, I just rattle canned some primer on there, but don't worry, rattle can is not how I did this. So I also hung it and put gray primer, and then I put some red paint on it, and it looks more like this. Now, I've shown in other videos where I painted it, but this is putting it all back together. So this is all the original pieces. That's a metal glove box that I fabbed up for it because I don't like cardboard, and it wouldn't fit with the air conditioner back there. You can see here, those are my gauges. It's a little cluster I bought from Classic Industries, and they worked out really, really well. They look good. They match good. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't really think I'm going to change them because I've already bought them. But what do you think? Do you like them? Let me know. This is how I wire stuff. The dash is out, so you just flip it over. And look, all the gauges are installed and looking good like you just saw. So now I take wire and wire the gauges. This is the book that came with all the gauges to tell me how to wire them. So I hook up the grounds and the powers and the signals. And then I dangle the signals down and the power's down, just a little extra wire, and then I go into the fuse box and I would hook up the power. I do all that stuff. I'll show you in a minute. But it's super easy to wire gauges when they're not in the car. I can hold, I can cut, I can crimp, and it did not take long because, well, it's an old car and you guessed it, there's not a lot of stuff. So I wire and wire and wire this car up. There you go. That's me in front of the camera. I wear a blue shirt. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. That little piece there right above the pink wire, it was a little messed up. So I took it off, scuffed it, cleaned it, painted it black, and it actually came back because it was like clear plastic that says coronet, but it has a black backing and it scratched off over the years. And so when I repainted it black, it looks good again. Hopefully, I'll try to point it out later when the dash is seen. So I got all the dash wired up. Yes, I crimped it all, but I double checked all my crimps as best I could. I do have some electrical issues because, I don't know. I think my fuel sender's giving me some problems and the tachometer, but I think it's different. So either way, no one cares right now. But here you go. You can see me fighting with the interior trim and trying to put this dash in. And you can see there's no front seat at this time. There's a lot of thinking going on, a lot of trying not to scratch the thing I will stare at for hours as I drive. Lots of hours of looking and looking and looking. And the dash is not fitting into place, and I'm about to lose my mind because I can't move, and my kids won't move. So, took it back out, instead of screaming, and noticed that the air conditioning ducts were in the way. So we pushed all the ducts out of the way to get my ducks in a row. Anyways, got those ducks in a row where they go. Kids are holding the dash, and look, it more or less kind of fits where it should be. Now, in order to get it in there, you got to take a screwdriver and a little Phillips screw, and I try to start with the middle. I took this dash in and out at least 30 times during the build because you'd put it in, see how it looked, take it back out, put it in, take it out, put it out, in, out, out. A lot of times, but you put these little screws in there, and they hold it on. I think there are 6 or 7 screws. Whoa! Every 10-year-old freaked out right there. 6 or 7. Either way, these screws go in there, and they hold it. I mean, I hope that makes sense to you. So I have my kids holding. We're still checking it because down at the bottom there's that bolt. So I think we had to take it in or out a couple times. So either way, now you can see I'm screwing it all the way down because we finally got it to work. It's all going in. I hit my head. In case you didn't see that, I will point it out that I smacked my head on my overhead dash because I'm so excited I'm focused on the red dash. And this is how you install the dash. There's little like they're little 1/4 screws, and then you put this stuff in the center mold of the windshield, bolts to the rear view mirror, and then this white molding goes down. Then you run into issues assembling it all over and over and over. But I work on it because you got to put all this chrome, or not chrome, it's painted, moldy. So you put all this in there and it didn't fit. The little pieces won't line up, and it's got to be good because of defrost. So then I decided to take this off and put the piece in and then put the mold in. And I basically fought with all this stuff. It went in so good so many times, but the final time I'm trying not to scratch anything. Of course, it gave me some crap. So I don't know if you guys have ever torn one of these apart, but my defrost comes up underneath this. There's my son. He's helping me hold it, listening to my obscene words. And of course, it still doesn't want to go in. So I take the other molding off. Because what else should you do with molding you don't want scratched and you don't want to mess with? Yeah, you take it off. So anyway, after taking the molding off and getting the bottom molding in, look at it. Look how beautiful it is. Red, white, window. That's like how it should look, right? Yeah, I guess. So anyway, you get it all in there and it's looking really, really good. And then you just screw this in, and this screws to the dash with little baby screws. Did I not get it? I thought I got it in. Aye. So apparently I didn't get it in all the way, but I'm working on it still. So I took a razor blade to this stuff. Ooh, to the foam. That's right. So it would fit in there nicely. Because the rubber's not the right rubber for the windshield. I almost forgot. So anyway, where was I? So that piece of foam's going to sit inside there. And once it's in there, then this molding can go back up on there. Hi. And if you think this video's hard to watch, you should have been there helping me install, because I was hard to work with. You ever seen like a grizzly bear like a mama bear chasing a cub? Now imagine the cubs just aren't listening and she's attacking them. That's what I look like. So anyway, we finally got the molding in on the one side, the bottom, and then there you go. You can see it. And then you got to put this other side back. I bought new screws. Everywhere I went, I must have cut myself. Yep, cut myself. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into a car when you build them. Luckily, I painted it red. Blends in. And my son, who didn't want to help, he's seat belted in the back seat. I hope there's another shot of him being a dork. It's hilarious. He's just like, I'm going to be safe. And he sat in the back seat and watched us work and buckled up. Then my other son's helping because I'm yelling at him, because that's what good dads do. Hey, get out there and hold that. I mean, not like, yeah, just hold it. You know, that's what dads do. They hold stuff. They yell at people calmly with a smile and angrily without a smile. I don't know. But I got to put all these little screws in and this little molding. Then I didn't put the molding. Then I got to put the molding. So you got to loosen this up, put the molding in. You would think after doing this 30 bazillion times during the build that I would have gotten this thing sorted out, figured out, nailed down, beautiful, quick and easy, ready to go. But I didn't. So this is as far as the dash got when we were putting it all together. The air conditioning controller still needed to put in. The steering column needed to put in. The headlight switches and all that. But this was today. This morning I went outside and got some pictures of this for you. I think it turned out beautiful. See the black coronet and the other little sign? I repainted all those on the backside. So I hope you've enjoyed the whole dash. You know, you can see my air conditioning, my speaker down there, my vents, all of it's installed. I thought it turned out really good. Please let me know what you guys think from the original to what I got now. Let me know in some comments, and see you next time.